What is happening, everybody? It is Scratcher here today, / Party Scratcher, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to animate and Scratch. But today we're going to be using TurboWarp because TurboWarp is the best, and it has a lot more features than it does in Scratch. So basically, what you want to do is, if you have just like a blank thing, you see this little thingy. Yeah, we're not using that today. So we're going to just delete that. But if you already have for this step, if you have an original character, you can go ahead and place it on there. I do, so I'm gonna have to place my original character up there. I call him Flower Sands. So we're gonna delete costume 1. And then I made a mistake on one of the lines. So another thing in this video is we're gonna be using the shape tools and the point tools, and we're gonna be converting stuff to the bitmap just to make stuff even better to use the filter with. So basically, we got our base shape. I'm gonna go ahead and export it. So basically, we got our base human OC, whatever you want to call it. So then now we're gonna try to make him move, or make him or her move. So basically, Flower Sands doesn't flutter. It's basically just like Sands, but flower-y. This is too big. Alright, so now we got my OC, and first we're gonna do is we got our first frame. But another thing is, today we're just gonna be using frame by frame because in betweening kinda it's not good. I don't like in betweening, but still we're just gonna be using frame by frame today. Also, another thing for your Scratch projects, or your TurboWarp projects, it doesn't matter. This whole video just really works in Scratch and it works in TurboWarp. So basically, what you want to go to is you want to go to Advanced, and then you can do Warp Timer, or you could do 60 FPS. But I would really like to do the high quality pen because it makes my pen drawings look way better than it used to be in Scratch. And then we're gonna go to Edit, and then we're gonna do Turn on Turbo Mode, because Turbo Mode makes your Scratch projects and everything run faster. So basically, this is what we're going to do. We're going to duplicate the frame. So we have our first pose, which is going to be right here. It's going to be like a simple walking animation. We're going to right click on it, and then we're going to duplicate it. And then right here is the onion skinning. I don't know why I said onion skinning. The onion skinning. And then we're going to move it a little bit forward-ish, and then we're going to right click it again, and then basically we can just repeat the process until we got where we wanted to stop. So basically, yeah, I'm gonna make him, it's Flower Sands is a him, stop right here. So then I'm gonna make him stop right there, and we're gonna name our first frame just Walk Flower. You don't have to name it Walk Flower. I just wanted to because it's walking and it's a flower. So we're gonna set up the code to actually run the animation. So basically, we're going to go to our backpack. But if you don't have the code, I have it. I have the scripts and everything in my backpack. So basically, what you would want to do is you want to drag out this when green flag is clicked block. I'm just copying off of this right here. We're going to go to motion, then we're going to go to X or Y, then we're going to set it to 0 and 0, so then it'll center at the middle of the page. And then we're going to, So like we got that, but then I was just testing it really. Another cool thing you can do, you can also do this in Scratch. Once you got your first piece of code, we're just going to delete this. Once you got your first piece of code, you can basically just hit like any part of the code, and then it'll just be there, essentially. Let me see if this is, okay, yeah. Always, whenever you're writing the code, switch to the first frame because it's gonna be out of order if you don't switch to the first frame. So basically what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go to next costume, and then we're gonna go to our first frame of animation. And then after that, I forget, so I'm just gonna put this back in there. It's a show block first. We have to get a show block, and then we're going to put it right there under the go to XY, and then we're going to go to controls, and we're going to go to this repeat block. I have it to 20, so I'm gonna also do it to 20, and then we're gonna drag this wait block, which runs through our animations. So I have it to 0.05 seconds. You can change it to any seconds, or you can really do it to whatever you want. And then after that, we're going to drag this next costume block, and then we're gonna go under it. Now we can just click it and run it through, and it looks pretty good. Also, I don't know how to export any of this to a GIF, but if you have like a export GIF software, then you can just export it by getting rid of the repeat block and then dragging out the wait and the next costume block, and then you can just go down to control and then we're gonna drag this forever loop out, then we're gonna put that in the trash, and then we're gonna drag the wait and the next costume block under it. So now we can go in full screen, and then we can just click the green flag, and there we go, we got a looping animation. But for this one, we're not going to be done here. We're going to go to backdrops, and then we're going to do a backdrop, essentially. So basically, we're going to do convert to bitmap, and then we're going to select this line tool. This line tool makes perfect lines and have 100% accuracy and looks like that you just traced. So we're just going to do just this little line right here. So then, this is a stupid line. Yeah, we're just gonna do this line right here. So then we're going to grab our fill tool, and then we're going to select fill, and then you can really do the ground texture to whatever you want. I'm just doing it to green for this example, and then we're going to go under it, and then see you got our green. This is why you always, whenever you're doing backdrops, you don't always have to do it, but I really like to convert it to bitmaps. But for the backdrops, you can just get rid of the onion skinning. And then for the background color, we're just going to have like a light bluish-ish, that's even a word. So yeah, there we got our backdrop. So now we can just go in full screen, we can do a green flag. And then good, we have our animation. So basically, another thing about this is, stop that. I'm gonna go back to my sprite, and then if you want it to slow down, you can add double the frames, but for this one, I'm not, but I will. So we're gonna add double the frames just to make it slow down. But if you don't want to make it slow down, then you can. I think you might you might have to fiddle with the wait block. So now we got that, and then we can go in full screen, and then we can just go to green flag. See, look, that it's just slowed down. That's why I don't really like to use it, because I mean it just slows down your animation. But I mean, other than that, it's pretty good. Also, if you want to export it to YouTube, you see that my frames are above 509 pixels, which makes them very fuzzy. But see, like for this one, this is 1,000 pixels out of 452 pixels. Yeah, no. I'm not exporting this. This is just an example. But another cool thing is, I might just post this on Scratch. I'm going to be exporting my up bars, is what I like to call them. It really just it just has something special to go with them. So then we're gonna stop this real quick, and then you see that I have both of my up bars. So then we're going to just do this pointer tool, and then center it like right about there, and then we're gonna move it just a little upwards. Can't get a perfect straight line, I guess. So then we're gonna grab this one right here, and we're going to center it right there. And you see that's kind of cut off. But then when you go in full screen, it looks pretty good. But then you have to also make sure that you are leaving no blank spaces or like no gaps, because it'll just make it look weird. Then after that, we can just run our animation through, and it looks good. So yeah, that's basically my process of how I create my animations. So I hope you guys really like this. I'm very good at this. I just can't believe me. Yeah, I started like a week ago in 2 days, I think. If you go to my profile, I'm not even sure. But yeah, repeat that like 199 times, and you got yourself a good-looking animation. This took me about like 10, I'm not even sure, like 2 minutes, just because we're doing like not such a complex animation. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys can create your own animations, and then I think I might have a discuss board open on my Scratch profile, and then you guys can show your animations there. I really want to look forward to what you guys are looking at or making. Anyways, see you guys and stay icy.